all began about 8 years ago when here at Mingara we had a women's symposium, and we asked the ladies who attended what they thought our community needed on the Central Coast. And Oana McBride came to that and asked us if we could help, and of course I said, of course we can, thinking we'd do it in a year. I had no issues about that at all. But 8 years later, and I cannot tell you how many meetings and interviews and things we've had to do to get this done. And so many people, they all thought we had one, and until you need it, you don't know. Lions are very fortunate to have some wonderful foundations, and they'll match us dollar for dollar with everything that we have raised. So we've had many balls here at Mingara, we've had many public meetings, I've sat on this stage 100 times, and we're so grateful to all the support that we've been getting now. And it's like since Adam made the announcement on that magic 16th of July, we will never forget that date, I'm telling you. And that's, since then, it's just like the doors have opened. It's the old story, like build it and they will come. And that's exactly what's happened. And we're so, so grateful for Adam opening the doors and introducing us to Brad Hazard. And I believe that was the trigger that we needed.
This is literally one of the most important pieces of infrastructure we have to have. For the first time ever, people on the coast will have a choice when it comes to end of life. The irony is it's being built in the old maternity ward, which in itself is very symbolic. But the tenacity and the steadfast, resolute organisation that is Elsie's Retreat. We knew that it was a reality. Then the generosity of clubs like Mingara. I mean, the announcement today of the $20,000 from Mingara, I mean, that's effectively $40,000 because of Lions being invested. And the community takes some ownership in this. It's not just about the government delivering a palliative care unit. It's about our community receiving the palliative care unit and being part of it. And that will continue, well into its future, I suspect. And, we're also already seeing blankets being made. It's a very personal thing, palliative care. Reading the word palliative doesn't mean end of life. It's about management. So this is a great outcome for everybody. It's been a long road for the Elsie's Retreat team, and I'm so proud to have been able to be a part of it and assist them in getting this great outcome. That's what a Mega Member of Parliament's about. It's about getting the outcomes for our community, and we certainly got it in spades with this one.
So Elsie's Retreat, or Elsie's Dream as it was initially coined, started with a friend of mine who was a neighbour, and Elsie Green, and she was diagnosed with a life-limiting illness. She had 6 months left. She was a registered nurse, a real pillar of our community, and she called me over and she said, listen, I've got 6 months and this is what I need you to do. We don't have a palliative care unit on the Central Coast, and for me that was a real big shock because I had worked myself at Gosford Hospital, I was working at Royal North Shore at the time, and I had no idea we didn't have a palliative care unit. We had good palliative care outreach, but not a unit to go to. So unfortunately Elsie didn't have the depth that she would have liked, and she left me with that dream, and 12 years later we've got that dream. How we first envisaged was on a much grander scale, but we've got to start somewhere, and we are getting the best unit for the coast.
The government has pledged to open this in early March 2021, which at the time seems a long way away, but it's coming on us so quickly. And now what we're finding is that I think it's now because it is a reality. People are coming to us now and assisting us. Just one of these beds is costing us $20,000. And that's a lot of money for one bed when we've got a 10-bed unit. We want this to be a home from home, and so that people can come back there and remember. I've spoken to people that have said, oh, my dad died in a hospital and all I can see is a crooked picture on the wall, and I never want to go back at that place again. We don't want that. We want this to be a memory that this is where my mum or my dad or my daughter or granddaughter passed, and we've got a happy memory of that.
Elsie could see all of that. She didn't get her wish, but she is now.
She's getting it now, isn't she?